A few red apples falling from the same tree. They're all wondering why one skin is green. 'Cause I can't put no coins in your cup. 'Cause I'm still trying to work my way up. And never meant to show you no love. But this can't be about you. This can't be about you. You gotta let me go. Gotta let the spur flow. Make it fast, not slow. It's the path I chose. Feel it in my soul. And I'm so thankful. Oh, 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 oh. You gotta let me go. Gotta let the spur flow. Make it fast, not slow. It's the path I chose. Feel it in my soul. And I'm so thankful. Oh, 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 oh. I'm here by the skin of my teeth. And you can't keep tugging my sleeve. What I make, we can't eat. This just can't be about you. This can't be about you. You gotta let me go. Gotta let the spur flow. Make it fast, not slow. It's the path I chose. Feel it in my soul. And I'm so thankful. Oh, 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 oh.
Peace, family. Welcome to another episode of Underground Railroad Productions. This is your host, Brother Rich, and I'm joined once again with the living legend, none other than Professor Griff. Welcome back, brother.
Peace. It's a pleasure to be back. As I was saying, man, I'm in Detroit right now, so there's a couple of planes flying by over by the airport. So, just here, the brothers and sisters in the Nation of Islam celebrating Savior's Day. So happy Savior's Day to the brothers in the nation and sisters in the Nation of Islam, man. What's going on?
Indeed, indeed. It's good to hear that. Shout out to everybody in the nation that watches the show. I got a couple of brothers that tune in on a daily basis, so shout out to you brothers and sisters who, check out the show on a daily basis. We got a good show tonight, Professor Griff. Things continue to go on in the mainstream media. Things continue that go on in the mainstream media continue to remind me of what you've talked about for oh so many years. Things I've learned for oh so many years. There's an interesting story going on with the brother Nick Cannon, in which we talk about how corporations do and how they you gotta check your pro-blackness at the door before you walk into the office, and you gotta you gotta act a certain way sometimes on these jobs. So I want to read something Nick Cannon wrote. I'm going to start out like that. Nick Cannon wrote this on his Facebook. Let me read this real. I'm going to try to be as fast as possible, family.
Take your time.
All right. Yeah, I'll put it on the screen as well. I write this from a deeply saddened and dolorous mindset after days of deliberating over some extremely disappointing news that I was being threatened with termination by executives because of a comedy special that was only intended to bring communities closer together. I was to be punished for a joke. This has weighed heavy on my spirit. It was brought to my attention by my team that NBC believed that I was in breach of contract because I disparaged their brand. In my defense, I would ask how so? Or is this just another way to silence and control an outspoken voice who often battles the establishment? Recently, many of my mentors have cautioned me that soon the system will come down on me because I was speaking too many truths and being too loud about it. I had no idea that it would all hit so close to home. I find myself in a dark place having to make a decision that I wish I didn't have to. But as a man, an artist, and a voice for my community, I will not be silenced, controlled, or treated like a piece of property. There's no amount of money worth my dignity or my integrity. I have loved hosting America's Got Talent for the last 8 seasons. Watching talented, brave, and courageous Americans accomplish their dreams in front of millions have been nothing but a joy, and everyone has been a pleasure to work with, but my soul won't allow me to be in business with corporations that attempt to frown on freedom of speech, censor artists, and question cultural choices. Not to get too detailed, but this isn't the first time executives have attempted to put me in my place, quote unquote, for so-called unruly actions. I will not stand for it. My moral principles will easily walk away from millions of dollars that hang over my head. It has never been about the money for me. What is difficult to walk away from is the fans, the people who love me on the show. This hurts tremendously. I felt like it was a part of the fabric of our great nation every summer, representing every culture, age, gender, and demographic. Now for the rug to be pulled from underneath me and to be publicly reprimanded and ridiculed over a joke about my own race is completely wrong, and I have to do something about it. I have fought many battles in my career and have never been afraid to go up against the system. I have mulled over my process for days and felt it was best to once again speak my mind about an unjust infrastructure that treat talent like they own them. Maybe it was my mistake for signing the contract in the first place, in which I will take full responsibility and have already taken action to restructure my own team of advisors. I now have to set out on a journey of freedom as an artist. As I quoted in a recent interview, you can't fire a boss. Let me say that again. As I quoted in a recent interview, you can't fire a boss, and that is the essence that I possess. So I wish AGT, which is America's Got Talent, and NBC the best in its upcoming season, but I cannot see myself returning. As of lately, I have even questioned if I want to even be a part of the industry who ultimately treats artists in this manner. Most of us don't realize that there are 6 major corporations that control 90% of media in America, and the amount of minority executives is dismal. With this being the case, true equality in our industry is impossible. There will always be a quote-unquote do as I say mentality that mirrors society perceptions of women and minorities, and only a few will stand up against it. I proudly stand as one of those few and will gladly take on whatever repercussions that come with it. I love art and entertainment too much to watch it be ruined by controlling corporations and big business. I believe it's our duty as artists to make a difference and create change, even if it's one act at a time. Dr. King said it best. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter. Wow. So that's the brother Nick Cannon. That was on his Facebook that he posted, which I guess he posted that to let the people know why he will be leaving the show, America's Got Talent. And they say Nick Talent is he earns estimated about $4.5 million a season. So the brother's walking away from a hefty amount of money for what the brother believes in. So yeah, quite interesting. Some of the things in there I've heard you speak on before about, the corporations, these few corporations that own 90% of the media. So I said, this is something I gotta speak on with the brother, Professor Griff, man. This is something real important. The celebrities, they get criticized a lot by, the masses for being coons and for shucking and jiving and for going along with the script. So I think it's important we point out when somebody, steps up to the plate and stands up for what they believe in front of millions of people and turns down, like I said, $4.5 million. Some people ain't going to quit their $15 an hour job. You know what I'm saying? So for this brother to turn down $4.5 million, it says a lot. With that being said, Professor Griff, just talk to me briefly. I mean, looking at, recently I've done shows with you the last 2 years. We've talked on, it could have been Beyonce dressing up like a Black Panther at the Super Bowl. It could be Jesse Williams giving a speech at the BET Awards. It could be a Nick Cannon saying what he said on Facebook. And sometimes people don't expect certain things to come from certain people. Sometimes people expect it to come from a person who's dressed a certain way. Like, people look at Nick Cannon like he's soft. They like, man, this Nickelodeon-ass nigga here, what? He's pro-black? So, Jesse Williams, green-eyed, light-skinned, green-eyed nigga, or Beyonce, she's shaking her ass, so they don't expect it to come from her. Are we looking for this change that we speak about? Well, of course, what's your thoughts on Nick Cannon? And secondly, are we looking for this change to come from the wrong direction? Do we have a limited view of where this change or is supposed to come from? Because we don't expect it to come from Nick Cannon or Jesse Williams or some of these entertainers. So, yeah, are we looking in the wrong direction? And also, tell me your thoughts on what the brother Nick Cannon had to say.
Well, not hearing the actual joke, I'm speaking from a perspective of just kind of half-cocked, to be honest with you, and I had to be honest about that for the people that's listening. Did you actually hear the actual joke that he told?
No, not the. Well, what exactly did he say?
I'm not sure, but it alluded to the fact that he told a joke about black people, and it was something in reference to how if you kind of get, if you're a big enough nigga, so to speak, they quote unquote have to put you in your place, so to speak.
Right.
Speaking about corporations like NBC, ABC, and the rest of them. So no one actually heard the actual joke, and that's a hell of a thing for you to go tell a joke somewhere at a nightclub, and you're a stand-up comedian. You go tell a joke, and people you kind of work for, which you still telling jokes on America's Got Talent, and this is what they're paying you for. So it's shocking to see that this is the thing that they're sacking him for, as they say, and getting rid of him for, or trying to reprimand him in public for. Right. That's just a way of letting him know, stay in your place, nigga. In other words. Yeah. Basically, that's what they're saying. But never knew Nick Cannon was that deep.
Real quick, Professor Griff, he's been going around lately, man. He's been on the Breakfast Club. He's been on podcasts. He wears the turban now. And he was on Vlad. I mean, I don't know where it came from either, but I would say within the last year and a half, he's just been very, very outspoken when it comes to issues dealing with the black community. And I'm like,
but you know something? He started growing up.
Yeah.
Because every blade of grass doesn't grow at the same rate of speed. He can't grow when we think he should grow. Right. He has to grow when he's ready to grow. Right. And this is the Nick Cannon that we're saying. You understand what I'm saying? I just hope those people that really support him and really love him will continue to support him. I dug his little comedy, little show that he had, putting cats on, telling jokes, and I didn't think anything above and beyond that. I did question the thing with Mariah Carey, but that's not me to question. It's not for me to question. That's him and that's personal business. The Chirac thing, I was like, okay. I see he's a good actor, and he's demonstrating and displaying that he has multiple talents. You understand what I'm saying? Which he did very good in Chirac. So
he did.
I was saying to myself, okay, this side of Nick Cannon, which of course we have to show different sides of who we are. This side of him, I had to grow in order to kind of understand, and I'm trying to understand that part of him, which he's growing right before our eyes. Hats off to the brother, man. If I could do anything to support him, I will. And whatever damn joke he told, it was a goddamn joke. Damn. You understand what I'm saying? Right. When you're a comedian, nothing's off limits. But it seems like there is. Tell the jokes that we want you to tell, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Remind me of what's the brother's name that was part of the G Unit that wanted to commit suicide. He talked about killing niggas for 13 songs on his album. One album he talked about killing a white Jew or a white woman, and all of a sudden they wanted to go ahead and they wouldn't let that project out unless he changed that. So you can't kill white people even in the movies. You can't kill white people.
Not even in the movies.
You can't kill white people on their songs. But he mentioned the fact that there's 6 media giants or corporations that now control a staggering 90% of what we read, watch, and listen to. Just so people are too lazy to research it, in 1983, there was 90% of American media that was owned by 50 corporations. I think Ben Dickian and Joe Baton, and there was other people that wrote about this. But in 2011, the same 90% is controlled by 6 companies. Those 6 companies are GE, where if you look at their logo, you'll see the 666. I wrote about that in my book, Symbology, which I got to give it to you, Brother Rich.
Indeed.
The next corporation is News Corp, which controls Fox, Wall Street Journal, and the New York Post. They own other things. Disney, which owns ABC, ESPN, Pixar, Miramax Films, and Marvel Studios. Then it's Viacom, which owns MTV, Nick Jr., BET, CMT and Paramount Pictures, Warner Brothers. Like I told you, I used to warn brothers that they own CNN, HBO, Time, and Warner Brothers. CBS with the All-Seeing Eye owns Showtime, Smithsonian Channel, NFL.com, Jeopardy, and 60 Minutes. And under those corporations are all the other corporations. So that has Georgian 32 media executives control information diet of 277 million Americans. 232 people control 277 million Americans. And those 232 people controlled by 6 people that can sit in a smoke-filled back room and determine 90% of what we read, watch, and listen to.
Wow.
Process that.
Yeah.
6. And then even with that said, Brother Rich, Comcast, $74.51 billion annually. Walt Disney Company, $52.46 billion. 20th Century Fox, $28.98 billion. Time Warner, $28.11 billion annually. Damn. 15 billionaires own America, period, on what we watch, what we think, what we study, what we read. 15 billionaires. When they move out of their homes and put their homes up for sale, who's buying those homes? Not too many I know.
Not at all.
These 15 billionaires, it says, own America's news companies. But we get our news from these same people that can manage the news, and that's what they do, manage the news. So when you look at a little Nick Cannon, please, man, he's way down the totem pole. We can't have you telling black jokes to black people. Wow, for real?
Indeed. And the second part of the question, do you think we're looking with such a limited view of where we think this black power or this black upliftment information is supposed to come from as a whole?
Of course, we shouldn't be looking, period. We should be listening. Wouldn't you think? Because we're looking for that truth to come in a well-made man or well-made woman. We're looking for that truth to come wrapped in a package that is pleasing to the eye. But it may not, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You understand what I'm saying? I'm listening for a certain vibration in that individual, not how they look. You know something? There's a woman that prepares herbal preparations for me every single day. If it comes in that well-made package, it's beautiful, it's pleasing to look at. But I'm more concerned about what she's putting in this thing for me to drink every day, Rich. To be honest with you.
Right.
For real. That can keep me alive or take me out. For real. And I think we need to stop looking for that well-made man or well-made woman. Because if Marcus Garvey came back in the whirlwind, would we accept him? But because he's dark-skinned, we probably won't. You understand what I'm saying? If Elijah Muhammad came back, but because Elijah Muhammad is too light-skinned, we probably won't, Brother Rich. And that's sad for us as the people. Are we still dealing with that? If we still dealing with that, we have a lot to learn, man. Because what if Harriet Tubman came back? Would we accept her? Truth be told, what if Jesus comes back? Next question, Brother Rich.
Well, you know, the first thing that a person would think is that, damn, these niggas got all this money, why don't they just quit and, you know, start their own thing? They don't have to put up with that no more. He already got millions. It's easy for him to do that. He already got millions. He already got a lot of other companies. What I want to ask you, Griff, is that, do you think it's harder for somebody who has millions to stand up and for something that they believe in, because they have so many. Because a lot of times these celebrities, they take care of their entire family. They may have 30 people on a payroll. They may pay mortgages for 7 homes: their mother, their father, their uncle, their sister, their wife's sister, their brother. They may have 7 mortgages.
Right.
And in their eyes, they may be thinking, damn, this shit is not going to just affect me if I stand up. It's going to affect 50 people, 100 people, 150 people. So do you take that in consideration when you think about why some of them may not be so quick to stand up for, what they believe in?
Not necessarily me as an individual, but I'm sure they do. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot is at stake. But there's not a handbook, Brother Rich, that's written with the rules in it. He thought he was just doing what he would normally do. By just basically doing a comedy routine. What do you got to do, run those jokes about execs and see if it's cool? How do you do that, Brother Rich? So if he was doing what he normally would do, I think it would be mature on NBC's part to just pull him in and say, listen, you was at the thing the other night and, you said, kind of edgy, can we just remind you, this brand, the NBC brand is yada, 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 whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, whatever, and then leave it up to his moral conscience to see whether or not if you want to tell those jokes again. Don't try to reprimand him in public like he's your little boy. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot more at stake at that point, Brother Rich. Because as men, ego gets in the way, and not only ego may get in the way, the testosterone kicks in, and then your pride kicks in. You understand what I'm saying? And then deeper than that, he might say, man, crackers ain't gonna talk to me that way. I don't give a fuck how much they pay me. That kicks in. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah.
Oh man.
And then when you're making that kind of money, you tend to think you're your own boss, but you're probably not. Because you get settled in a comfortable lifestyle, and you're used to that $4.5 million a season.
Right.
Yeah, and that's hard to break away from, to be honest with you. I've never been there. Hopefully I'll be there. If I do get there, I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When you talk about, you use terms like being a man and testosterone, every male wants to be a man and wants to, stand. Well, I would hope every male. I can't say every man wants to, but they want to fit that definition of what a man is for himself and for his family. So when you see what Nick Cannon did, a lot of people said that was a boss move. He stood up like a man. They're proud of him. The females is like, I'm proud to see a black man do that. But a lot of people confuse, being tough or making a lot of money with being a man. And there's a lot of brothers out there that say they got a good job, Griff. Say they making 6 figures a year. But in order to make that 6 figures a year, they may have to, they may be a cop. They may have to racially profile some brothers and sisters. They may have to, lock up somebody who didn't do nothing, or just terrorize their community and just do whatever they have to do to maintain that job. And when that brother goes home, that brother's wife doesn't mind. That brother's wife might say, if you asked her and told her, this nigga is selling out his own community, just to take home a paycheck, she gonna say he doing what a man supposed to do. He taking care of his own. He taking care of his kids. He taking care of his wife. He's a man. So that's her definition of a man. But we're looking at him like, that nigga ain't a man. That nigga terrorizing his community for that crap.
Right.
So it's like so many different definitions of what a man is. Could you bring some clarity for all the men out there and women listening? What's the constitution of a man, Professor Griff?
That's a very deep question, Brother Rich. It would take for me to go a lot deeper than I prepared to go tonight. Right. I'm gonna write that one down, man. The Constitution of I'm seriously I'm going to write that down, man. What is the Constitution of man? And I'm laughing because it's like, wow, there's so much I could say to that and give real live examples. But people would think I'm stepping on toes, which I really wouldn't. I'm just giving examples because a lot of us would tend to think my dad was a man, my brother's a man. A lot of us, what we think we are doing, we are men. You understand what I'm saying? But then where is that model for us to set ourselves against to say, okay, that is the model of what a man is. That is the epitome of what a man is. Now let me set myself, my thinking, and my ways and actions against that model and see how much I measure up. You understand what I'm saying? In sharp contrast to that, what your woman thinks as a man is what most men probably live up to, and they don't go beyond that. So if he's bringing home the bacon and taking care of the family, that may be the bar that was set for his manhood. And it amounts to how many zeros you have behind a few other figures. You understand what I'm saying? How much bacon you can bring home. You don't have to do anything else. So when you start talking about measuring men, to what standard are we going to go by, Brother Rich? To what actual sample do we have in front of us? And then, do we go with this Eurocentric mindset of what a man is? Or do we go with an African mindset on what a man truly is? So, there's hidden variables there. And for those men who do bring home the bacon and able to maintain their manhood, hats off to you. That don't go to work shucking and jiving and scratching and bending and shucking and jiving for white folks, hats off to you. Those that can go to work and keep their manhood intact, hats off to you. You understand what I'm saying? Those of y'all that do go to work and you work hard, you strive hard, and you don't compromise and you stand up like a man for what's right, and you go home and you get respect from your wife and your woman, man, both hats off to you. That's a lot of times you don't get that, Brother Rich. And you know what I'm talking about. If you're that kind of man that stand up, normally you're going to be standing alone because it takes a special kind of woman to be with that kind of man. Plain and simple. So I would love to have continued that part of this interview at a later time so we can dive further into black manhood and what is black manhood. You understand what I'm saying? What constitutes a real man?
Definitely. I definitely appreciate that answer, brother. What is it? All right, let me see. There's a lot of when we look at Nick Cannon.
Brother Rich,
yeah,
hold on one second.
Yeah, no problem.
Something just came to mind that Soleil posted. She said, I hope I get this right. She put up a post that said, do we look at what a man drives or what drives a man? And that's something to think about. Because if you drive up in a nice whip and you step out there smelling good with a nice watch on, some sharp shoes, and you dress kind of nice, that's all it takes for some women. You're looking at what a man drives as opposed to what drives the man. You follow what I'm saying?
Indeed.
I just wanted to end that particular thing off by saying that, man, because that quote kind of came to mind.
I'm glad you did. That's a very powerful quote. I'm glad you did. And I was going to ask, there's a lot of miserable people out there. When we talk about, throwing your integrity out the window for $1 just to say you're a man and you bring home the bacon. There's a lot of people out there that are miserable with a lot of money. I'm talking about millionaires, multi-millionaires, have all the money in the world, but they're miserable. They're unhappy with a whole bunch of money. Mm-hmm. You would think by now, seeing this generation, and this isn't a new phenomenon. We see this time and time again. Why do you think people continue to chase the money instead of chasing the happiness? Because everybody, real quick, everybody has had a time in their life when they didn't have money, but they was happy like a mom. You know what I'm saying?
But
right. I'm not to say that you should strive to be broke or messed up. No, I'm not saying that. But it just seems as though happiness should be the goal instead of the $1 million, because the $1 million you still might not be happy depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, but it's an illusion. Someone told them that the money will bring them their happiness. Biggie said more money, more problems. You understand what I'm saying? With more money comes more duty and responsibility. You follow what I'm saying? So we have to start searching out with our own individual selves, what is that thing that's going to make you happy? And if you can make enough money to get you to the point where that particular thing makes you, it could be traveling, it could be just having a comfortable home, it could be some basic things. If the money will get you to that point, then so be it. But the sole purpose, goal, and you just being rich and being happy, most of the people I know with money are not happy. Not because that's the thing that didn't make them happy. It's other things that made them happy. And it's not the things that they bought with their money. It's the woman they married. You understand what I'm saying? It's the business that they set up that they're helping people with. It's the people that they're employing. It's them providing a service and serving humanity is the thing that makes them happy.
Indeed.
It's not necessarily the fact that they're able to, have 12 figures.
Right.
6 to 12 figures. And it's like, okay, I have this, but I'm not happy because I bought the flyest car that I've ever wanted. I live in a, 7-bedroom, 8-bedroom home. You understand what I'm saying? I'm comfortable. It's only me and my dog here, but I got 9 rooms. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm comfortable in that kind of way, but, what else would make you happy, man?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Just looking at these corporations and seeing how NBC, they've been on a tear lately. They just fired Tamron Hall, or I don't know if they said she resigned or they fired her. I'm not sure. But then this situation with Nick Cannon, last week there was a situation with Charles Oakley. I don't know if you remember Charles Oakley from the 90s in the Knicks, the New York Knicks from the 90s.
Yeah, I remember Charles Oakley. He's a basketball player, right?
Yeah. He got into a scuffle at Madison Square Garden where probably about 10, 15 guards approached him, and they was attempting to kick him out, and he got into a little scuffle with them. So come to find out the owner doesn't like him in the building.
Oh, wow.
What's his name? I forgot Dolan. James Dolan. That's the owner name, James Dolan. So everybody's upset because they say, man, Oakley was a warrior. Oakley went to war for the Knicks. If anybody had a problem with the Knicks, Oakley was he's not like these basketball players now. He will fight for anybody on the Knicks if you had a problem with the Knicks. So they looked at it as like, damn, the corporate, they do you dirty. Dwayne Wade threw up an Instagram post. He said, man, stay woke. This is how they do Oakley for 10 years, he put it, and this is how they do them. They'll do that to any one of us. So Dwayne Wade said that. Then he said, hashtag stay woke. So, and I interviewed Blue Pill about the Charles Oakley incident, and just looking at that and the Nick Cannon thing, why do you think we are, and the one thing Oakley said was, listen, man, I don't know why they kicked me out. I was only there for 4 minutes. I'm a Nick. I'm going to be a Nick forever. I don't want no problems with the man. I just wanted to enjoy the game. And I was talking to Blue Pill, and I said, Blue, man, why is it that we're so much more loyal to the corporation than the corporation is loyal to us? And I gave this example. I said, they will fire you. Your wife will be pregnant in her 7th month, and it'll be snowing outside. They won't even have the decency to say, Miss So-and-so. Let's say my last name is Merritt. They won't say, Miss Merritt, stay home. We don't need your services no more. They'll let her come into work and fire her and have her go home in the snowstorm while she's pregnant. When we want to leave the job, they want us to give them a 30-day notice, a so-and-so notice. please alert us when you get ready to leave. How can you do that to us after all we've done for you? So I don't understand, why is there such a difference in how they feel about us and how they want us to treat them and how they treat us in return, Professor Griff?
I think simply because these corporations and these multinational corporations, they don't view their employees as being important. Because it's not the employees that make the company, it's the company that makes the employees. Notice, Brother Rich, and this has become our social, what do you call it? Our social, the word was right on the tip of my brain. This has become part of our socialization, Brother Rich. Let me give you an example, all right? When you meet someone, the next person you meet, ask them, so tell me about yourself. What's the first thing they'll say?
They may start talking, or they may say, "Tell me about yourself."
No, you know what the first thing they say, Brother Rich?
What?
I work at so-and-so and so-and-so. I've been doing it for 10 years.
Right,
blah,
right,
blah,
right,
blah,
right.
blah.
Okay, I didn't even
It
think about
happens
it like
to me.
that.
It happens to me all the time. I said, no, tell me about yourself. Don't tell me about your job.
Wow.
Tell me about you.
Yo, that's true. That's true. Wow.
So that's part of the socialization, brothers. We become our jobs.
Wow, I didn't even think about it like that, bro. That's true.
So this is how we've been socialized, so much so to the point where we become the job and the job becomes us. So much so when we get fired, we don't know what to do. We get laid off, we don't know what to do. Because when we see people and meet people, oh, okay, this is Brian. I work at the so-and-so and so-and-so. We always attach who that person is with their jobs. Oh, you mean Mr. Douglas, the bus driver? Oh, that works for Marta. Okay, yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Not Mr. Douglas, the nice guy. You understand what I'm saying? That I wave to every morning. You understand what I'm saying? We always associate that individual with, like, for example, Jimmy. Jimmy was the nicest guy, white guy, that came and delivered the mail. He works for the post office. Mm-hmm. Everybody in my family knows Jimmy, white guy that delivers the mail. Because everyone probably had to interact with him one day or another. Mm-hmm. You remember Mr. Jimmy? Oh, yeah, the mailman. Yeah, okay. Everybody in my family knows Mr. Jimmy. So, but we associate that individual with that particular job. And now you have to show loyalty to the corporation. Unlike the Arab brother who owned, I think it's an ice cream company, who supplied all of his employees and had them take an extended lunch and surprised them with paperwork saying that they now own part of the company. Mm-hmm. Racism, white supremacy is not doing that, Brother Rich. Mm-hmm. Stay loyal to the company. And the company, this company now, if you get sick and you have no sick time, it's a wrap.
Yeah, I hear about it.
If you get pregnant and you don't have enough sick days, that kind of thing, it's a wrap. You're going to work pregnant. Mm. So we have to understand that. It's the big brother syndrome, man. You have to stay loyal to big brother. If big brother doesn't owe you anything. Whatever big brother gave you, that's all you're going to get. You got a job. Just be thankful for that. That's their attitude.
Right.
That's their attitude. Plain and simple. And that's the reality of it, Brother Richard. Lock, stock, and barrel.
Just a personal story. I remember it was probably about 6 years ago. My girl was looking for a job, and she finally landed an interview, and it was a black lady that interviewed. I think it was for a medical biller position, and it was a black female that interviewed her. And when she came home, she told me how the black woman treated her like shit. And the black woman, basically just looked at her as like a ghetto piece of trash. And the black woman, at the end of it all, she said something along the lines of, she basically said, I feel sorry for you, or I'm gonna give you a shot or something like that. Like she was a stray dog and she was giving her a home to live in. So she called her and she said it in such a derogatory, condescending tone, like, I'm gonna give you this chance, da-da-da-da. So when my girlfriend turned down the opportunity, the lady was shocked, like purely shocked, like, wait, you came in here for this job, I give it to you, and now you're not taking it? And it was just, and my girlfriend, she was, she was kind of messed up like, damn, am I making the right decision? And, I had to let her know clearly, like, that job wouldn't have been worth it at all. But I'm sure there's the people on these jobs, they're not used to seeing black people behave in that manner. And when they see black people behave in that manner or turning down opportunities because they have integrity or because they have pride, they're very surprised at that. And they're like, well, what kind of nigga is this? I'm not used to seeing this.
Right.
So, I've seen it. I've seen it and it hit home, so I know exactly what Nick Cannon, on a smaller level, what Nick Cannon and a lot of brothers and sisters go through when they deal with these corporations. I just wanted to, throw that
I
out.
had that. Right. I had a similar conversation with Sola, and she basically telling me back in the day, she was sitting on top of the charts, and they came to her to do a beer commercial. Mind you, the sister don't drink beer. Never did. You understand what I'm saying? But they came, with a couple of zeros behind some figures, wanted her to do a beer commercial, and she's like, no, I'm just not going to do that. Regardless of what lens you're viewing me through and what kind of rapper you think I am, that I'm not going to do. That stuff lives with you the rest of your life, man. Yeah. I love Dougie Fresh. I love some of the other artists that have been pushed in that position where they had to compromise certain things to make those kind of commercials, whether it's a beer commercial or whatever. But this is what this industry does to us, Brother Rich, to the Professor Griffs and the Dougie Freshes and the rest of the brothers and sisters, put us in a position where, we get caught in these contracts and these kind of things, and we have to maintain a standard of living. You understand what I'm saying? And they offer these things to us, and it's like, wow, I'll never be able to make $25,000 by just doing a commercial. But you got to sit back and get with yourself and say, no, is it worth it, though? 10 years from now, for example, I put my book together, and I started doing the companion to the book, and I noticed, man, the beer companies that are associated with guns, the Colt 45, the Cobra, the Magnum, you understand what I'm saying? All of these are associated with guns, but they have beers out. I said, is that having a toll on our people's psyche? I said, probably so, because Red Fox, Snoop Dogg, not Richard Pryor, who's the other character, Philly D. Williams? These are the people that was promoting this stuff. I wonder how they feel about contributing to the destruction of your people. How do these put the money is spent already, right? They can't go back. So, hey, it is what it is, man.
And for those out there listening, I'm gonna just say, man, if anybody has ever turned down money for something that, presented with the opportunity, like, I'm gonna offer you such amount of money for this, and you turn it down, it's a good feeling. It may sound crazy. I don't know if it sounds prideful to some people or ignorant or arrogant, but it's a feeling you can't buy, and it's a feeling you can't relate to unless you actually did it. That, you can't be bought. There's this feeling that, everybody got a price in this world. Everybody got a price. The feeling that you can't be bought for something sometime, man, the feeling that you get from that is priceless. So shout out to everybody who turned down money somewhere along the line in their life because it didn't go in line with what their morals or what their character was. Shout out to all those people that...
Right, their values and their principles.
Yeah.
Because one day you still got to look in the face of your children and your grandchildren. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Anyway.
Moving on, Professor Griff, the fact that President Trump is so politically incorrect, he talks so ignorant, so brash, so just blatantly lies about everything. I mean, the picture could show that this is going on. He'll say, no, the pictures online is Photoshop. That this is really going on. He just doesn't care. He just says whatever. The fact that we have a president like this, I mean, he hires known white nationalist Steve Bannon and the dude that Dr. Martin Luther King's wife, Coretta Scott King, said was a racist, Sessions. He don't care. He hires them. He don't care what people know about them. He's just hiring who he just doesn't care. the fact that he moves like this, do you think it's inspiring some of these entertainers that was kind of scared? Because, you know, we went through years and years of people being real scared to stand up and say anything. Then out of nowhere, we might get a Jesse Williams, and we might get just people coming up and saying stuff. Do you think him speaking like that, not Kieran, is that in an indirect way inspiring black people to say, you know what, shit, let me be a man and say something for my people since he's saying something for his people?
No, that's not being a man. That's being foolish. That's being very foolish. And we as black men tend to think we can go on the job and steal shit out the back door like the white boys do, and then when we get caught, we're like, well, they did it. Well, you ain't white. You understand what I'm saying? If we almost sit to stick our chests out like we can get away with that. There are white men operating in racism, white supremacy, and doing these things. You still a black man. So, no, you can't stick your little puny-ass little chest out. Hell nah. It just doesn't work that way. Not at all. And it's not going to work that way. We have to stay on a straight path, Brother Rich. We have to remain righteous and steadfast. And we can't do what Donald Trump is doing. We can't think like that. We can't make moves like that. Some men may be looking at him like, okay, he's gangster. I mean, he's saying, doing what he want to do. You know, maybe America needs that kind of president. No, if you see the way the neo-Nazis, if you see the way the skinheads, if you see the way the Klan and those white militant, radical militant organizations are responding to Donald Trump, that's what it's doing. It shouldn't be doing that same thing for black men. You know, they on the rise right now. They say Donald Trump is a fair man. You understand what I'm saying? What should we be doing in response to that, though? Acting like Donald Trump? No, that's the wrong response, Brother Rich. If you got the bully when you was in the 8th grade, the bully's preparing to have a fight with you at the end of the day after the last bell rings for the last class, you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can't go acting like, you know, like the bully, thinking you're going to galvanize that same kind of energy. It's like, wait a minute, man. You ain't even that tough to be doing that. You understand? You need to come up with a different strategy to get the hell out of it. Right, or to work your way around it. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So no, Brother Rich, it shouldn't fill the chest of the average black man to think that now he can go back up on the block and get gangster. Nah, it's not that kind of party, man. This is still racism, white supremacy. And there's still two sets of rules, theirs and ours. You know, if you're sitting down playing chess with someone, the white man always moves first. And we're always playing defense, offense, while they play offense, defense. Mm-hmm. So Donald Trump is doing exactly what Donald Trump is supposed to do. The question is, am I, is the average black man doing what we're supposed to do? You know what it's doing, Brother Rich? What? In some weird kind of awkward kind of way. I don't know if you're watching this, but sometimes when you see these protests, you see the hardcore niggas standing next to a white feminist chick protesting. That shit is weird. You never said, yeah, I mean, it is. Right. Anyway, that's a different subject. But anyway, it's kind of weird to me. But yeah.
Indeed. And I guess to close it out, I got one more question for you. Once again, I definitely appreciate you coming on the show and dropping this knowledge, as you always do. You know, as a society, we're often waiting, in general. I hear people, you know, I read some of the comments and they're waiting for people to do things for them. They may be waiting for a leader in the great conscious community to build something for them, or they may be waiting for Oprah to donate some money for a school, or P. Diddy to do this, or just any leader to do something. Do you think that when we stop waiting and we do for self, then those leaders will start doing because they're forced to follow? They're forced to follow what the masses are doing. So is it? Do you think we got it backwards? When I say we, I don't mean me and you, but I'm just saying in general. Is it a backwards way of thinking to wait for somebody to do something for you instead of doing it on your own? Then those people are going to end up just following you anyway. I don't know.
Well,
if
simply.
yeah.
No, it makes perfect sense. I understand exactly what you're saying. Because in a very, no, I shouldn't say small, in a very big way, I'm living that. I'm living that right now. I'm living that right now because there are people that are around me that really thinks that certain people are supposed to, are going to help them, either now or in the near distant future. And these people have no plans on helping at all. But to say that to them people will crush their hopes, dreams, and aspirations, Brother Rich. And people don't want to do that. They live off of that, Brother Rich. You know how many people right now go to work every day looking forward to that little vacation that they're going to get, or the bonus check. You understand what I'm saying? And that may not ever happen. They might end up getting laid off, or the company may end up downsizing. So we end up waiting on. I think Elijah Muhammad said it in the lesson. Elijah Muhammad said, will you sit at home and wait for a mystery God to bring you food, clothing, and shelter? Something to that effect. No, we don't believe in a mystery God. No such thing as a mystery God. We have to provide that food, clothing, and shelter for ourselves. I'm not waiting for this mystery God to bring me bread. Not at all. That may not ever happen. But the vast majority of Christians are waiting for Jesus to come back to make their lives better. That Jesus may not ever come back. And I know when Christians hear that, they make me like, oh, that young man right there is going to hell. Well, fine, I'll go to hell then. You understand what I'm saying? But Jesus may not ever come back to give them what they so desire. It'll be best for you to take that Jesus energy and get up and do something for your damn self. You understand what I'm saying? And then when you accomplish that thing, you say, yeah, he came back as me. Shit. For real.
Yeah.
That's a real energy. That's a real Jesus coming back. I don't mean to get off into that, but I'm saying, Brother Rich, we sit around waiting for somebody to give us something that they have no intention and plans on giving us. And you can't imagine how many, I think Minister Farrakhan said, if you look at the sequence of events that happened, all of the marches for rights and jobs, I believe Minister Farrakhan said. The next group of people, the next several years, marched again for rights and jobs, justice and jobs. The next group of people, justice and jobs. And we keep waiting, and we keep waiting for justice, and we keep waiting for jobs in which we never get. I mean, the jobs are disappearing, they're going overseas, and people are downsizing, and technology is catching up with us, and people are losing their jobs. And you know you're not going to get justice. These people are not going to stop killing us until we stop them from killing us. So this whole idea of justice and jobs, we're never going to catch up with that, Brother Rich. This is how come people are in relationships. And in their mind, they're together with people that they hope might lose weight. You understand what I'm saying? Hope might look like this person might look like a certain thing, or get knowledge yourself. No. That person may not ever get knowledge yourself. That fat chick that you dating may not ever lose weight. You understand what I'm saying? Hell, you might not even lose weight. You might not be the man she wants you to be. You might not ever get that promotion or that job. Plain and simple, we can't be sitting around waiting on something that may not ever happen. We got to make things happen, man. Plain and simple.
Indeed,
this whole idea of going through your life to get an education, to get a job to pay the education back. You understand what I'm saying? And then you borrowing money, you get in debt, then you have to live the rest of your life to pay the debt off. You have a few children, you might go to school, you might get a comfortable job, and then you turn around and retire and then die. And then you've never lived your damn life. Hell no. I told my children at age 50, I'm living like a goddamn boss. You understand what I'm saying? Plain and simple. Whatever the hell that means.
For real.
Plain and simple, man. Nah, I'm telling myself what the hell to do. Waking up when the hell I want to. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Eating all the goddamn cookies and vegan ice cream I can get my hands on.
Oh, man.
Anyway, that's just real, Brother Rich. Plain and simple, man. Plain and simple. Yeah, this year has been a different kind of energy, man. It's even kind of, you know, in some kind of weird kind of way, you and I getting back in that groove to get synced back up to do what we do. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
There's so much shit going on. Sometimes when we talk about what you want to talk about, it's like, damn, there's so much shit. It's like, we probably need to talk every day. For real. Damn.
Oh, man.
Whew, so much shit to talk about. Sometimes we don't talk about nothing. It's like, because there's so much shit. It's a whole bunch of stuff out there. But anyway, bro, let's just keep pushing on, man, and bringing the information to the people, Brother Rich.
Leave them your info, man. Let them know what you got coming up, Professor Griff.
First of all, I'd like to dedicate this interview, man, to my oldest daughter, Takia Khalees Shah, who got married yesterday, man. At 33 years old, she got married yesterday. So congratulations to Takia. I used to call her Kiki Chang, man, because I was deep into martial arts, and I just knew I was going to raise a daughter that knew martial arts. You understand what I'm saying? She thought that I took her to Africa, but it was actually Brooklyn, so yeah. But anyway, but yeah, so people can contact me at 678-557-2919. At 678-557-2919. I'm finishing the second leg of this tour with Khalid El Hakim during Black History Month with the Black History Mobile Museum. We got about 4 or 5 more stops, and traveling throughout the country, you know, making it happen, raising a vibrational pitch of our thinking into the mind of the Creator. The Artifactual movie will be coming out, I believe, in April. Khalid said as soon as we finish this run, we can get back on it. And thanks to all the people that donated a dime, a nickel, your energy, whatever you donated. Thank y'all. Thank you for helping us make this a reality. Documenting 7,000 artifacts and bringing this information to you. Of course, you can hit me up at 678-557-2919. Check out Serious Minds every Wednesday at 9 from 9 to 10 on Facebook Live and Google Hangout. If you want to text me or hit me up with any information, hit me up at 678 is the new number, Brother Rich. 678-900-0912. That's 678-900-0912 is the number to Serious Minds. And Professor Griff, if you want to leave me information, you may not get me on the 678-557-2919 number anymore for that kind of stuff. All right? But people can email me at seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com. It's seriousmindsinfo@gmail.com, Brother Rich. And, of course, I'm going to be in Indianapolis, Indiana, March 4th. Hit me up to get that the place, the time. So on March 4th and 5th, as a matter of fact. I'll be in Killeen, Texas, man. Killeen, Fort Hood. I'll be in Killeen March 18th and 19th. I'll be in Austin, Texas on the 17th at Brave New Books in Austin. I will be in, there's a couple of more stops in between. I'm still trying to get back to Dallas to cover that Dallas shooter thing, man, to clear that up with the people in Dallas. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm going to be at my niece's thing on February 25th in Atlanta, Georgia. Aisha Ra, I'm going to be at her wellness thing, speaking with myself and Soleil. So I'm going to be talking about martial arts. I'm going to be talking about health and wellness. I'm going to be talking about martial arts, and of course, Soleil is going to be speaking about yoga, health and wellness, and of course, she's going to be talking about kung fu. She owns a kung fu school.
Oh, that's what's up. Oh, yeah. That's what's up, man. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, she's a kung fu instructor and a yoga instructor, so she owns a school. So, yeah.
Doing it big.
Right?
Doing it big. So give them your PayPal information to donate, Professor Griff.
Oh, yes, definitely, man. They can hit me up on PayPal at Enemy Minds. That's NMEMINDZ. If you want to donate, go to PayPal, or just go to my website and click the donate button, www.professorgriff.m as in master, E as in equality, professorgriff.me. Shout out to Uno, Jamal Crawford, for hooking the website up and making things work and making it happen, man. As always, thank you, Brother Rich, for keeping this going for the 3rd year. We're going to make this happen, man. We got to ride this out with this Donald Trump thing, man. We got to bring the information directly to the people. And in a minute, Brother Rich, probably in April, you and I need to do a recap on this Donald Trump 100 years in office, 100 days in office, to show you the moves that he made so we can get people to understand how he's playing chess, man.
Right, exactly.
All right? All right,
exactly. And real quick, for those who I've been receiving a lot of a lot of people have been hitting me up in the comment section about the song that's playing in the intro, and somebody actually texted Professor Griff earlier. The sister name is Crystal, so I want to give a shout out to Crystal. More information is going to be coming. We didn't even know that there was going to be a response like that. I actually have a songwriter by the name of Shay Genre. I did the beat, for those who don't know. I'm a music producer, but I haven't been heavy into the productions the past couple of years. I've been getting my Underground Railroad off the ground, but I actually did the beat and worked on it with a songwriter by the name of Shay Genre, and we brought Crystal in later. It was originally supposed to be a reference track for a major artist, but it didn't work out that way. So we decided just to play it on the YouTube channel. So I'm going to talk to Crystal, and we're going to make something big happen with the track. We're going to have a video coming soon for y'all, but I appreciate all the love and support. Like I said, you could email Move You Music. That name is going to be in the description if you want more information. They'll put you on the mailing list, and as soon as the song is available, you will be notified. But I want to thank everybody for hitting me up about that. I'm just glad to see that everybody appreciates the music. And on that note, man, I want to thank everybody for listening to the show, tuning in every week. And I'm signing out, man. Me and Professor Griff, we're going to see you next week, family. Peace.
Peace, family. This is Brother Rich from UGR, urging all my viewers and subscribers to help support the channel by donating just $1 to the UGR PayPal account. We appreciate the viewership and support, and we understand the power of $1. If you benefit in any way, shape, or form, we ask that you donate $1, whether it be monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly, or yearly, so that we can build our brand to compete with the NBCs, the MTVs, and the Foxes of the world. I figure since Kanye could ask Mark Zuckerberg for $1 billion, I can ask my subscribers to donate $1 so I can make the best possible content possible. The main objective of this channel is to inspire you to become the greatest version of yourself. So hopefully throughout the years of you watching this program, you have been inspired to become the greatest version of yourself. If you would like to donate, you could go to www.paypal.com and send a donation to richandmerit7@yahoo.com. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your program.
A few red apples falling from the same tree. They're all wondering why one skin is green. 'Cause I can't put no coins in your cup. 'Cause I'm still trying to work my way up. And never meant to show you no love. But this can't be about you. This can't be about you. You gotta let me go. Gotta let this bird flow. Make it fast, not slow. It's the path I chose. Feel it in my soul, and I'm so thankful. Oh, 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 oh. You gotta let me go. Gotta let this bird flow. Make it fast, not slow. It's the path I chose. Feel it in my soul, and I'm so thankful. Oh, 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 oh. I'm here by the skin of my teeth, and you can't keep tugging my sleeve. What I make we can eat. This just can't be about you. This can't be about